Have you ever woken up in the morning, looked down, and sighed because your little friend no longer salutes like he used to? Or every time you're intimate with the wife who has stood by your side through countless storms, you feel ashamed, disappointed, because he just doesn't cooperate? You're not alone. I see this in thousands of patients every year. American men over 60, whether former veterans, engineers, truck drivers, or retired businessmen. They all share the same question. Doctor, is there any way besides medication? I want my strength back, but I also want to stay healthy, natural, and not dependent. I'm Doctor, authority, a urologist, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience working with older male patients in Houston, Texas. I don't just help them restore their erectile function. I help them regain their confidence, their emotional connection with their partner, and above all, the feeling that I'm still truly a man. I've seen 65-year-old patients return to the golf course with radiant smiles after just 3 weeks of training. I've also seen 75-year-old husbands proudly hold their wives' hands because they're no longer afraid of failing on their wedding anniversary night. And the most wonderful part is, none of this was thanks to erectile pills, but to simple yet extremely effective exercises that I'm about to share with you today. There is a major misconception that most American men over 60 believe. Aging makes it weak and there's nothing you can do. That's not entirely true. Age is only part of it. The real reasons are that after 60, blood flow to the penis gradually decreases, pelvic floor muscles weaken, nerve signals slow down, natural testosterone drops, and overall muscle mass shrinks. But here's the good news. If you do these 4 exercises I'm about to share, just 15 to 20 minutes each day, you can reverse this situation. You will see your little friend becoming firmer in the morning. Your endurance during intimacy will last longer. Your urine stream will be stronger, and nighttime urination will reduce. And most importantly, you will feel confident, proud, and deeply connected with your wife again. I still clearly remember one of my patients, Mr. David, 68 years old, a former petroleum engineer in Oklahoma. On his first day coming to my clinic, his eyes were downcast. He said, Doctor, I love my wife so much. We've been married for nearly 40 years, but lately, I just lie next to her, turning my back to the wall. I feel useless. I placed my hand on his shoulder and said, David, you're not useless. You just need to retrain your body, just like when you recovered from your knee surgery back then. 3 weeks later, he returned with a beaming face. He said, Doctor, she cried when I touched her like I used to. Thank you for giving me the chance to truly be a husband again. And today, I want that gift to come to you as well. In this video, I will guide you through 4 simple exercises that have changed the lives of thousands of male patients over 60 in the US. No complicated equipment needed, no gym visits required. You only need a sturdy chair, a yoga mat, and 20 minutes a day. Are you ready? Let's begin with the first exercise, proper Kegels. But before that, take a deep breath and tell yourself, I am still strong. I am still a real man. I know that when it comes to exercises for sexual function, many American men over 60 often chuckle or shake their heads in dismay. They think, Doctor, at this age, working out won't change anything. But in over 30 years as a urologist and men's health specialist, what pains me the most isn't the severe cases I couldn't save, but rather the patients who could have lived healthier, more confident, and stronger lives. If only they had known how to take proper care of themselves. I've worked at major hospitals in New York, Chicago, and now in Houston, Texas. Every day I see 20 to 30 male patients, most of them retired men, former heads of their families, truck drivers who once drove across states, civil engineers who built for decades, or veterans who served in the Middle East. And I see a common trait among them. They can endure joint pain, accept high blood pressure, even nighttime urination. But when it comes to no longer being firm like before, their eyes always carry a hint of sadness, helplessness, and shame. I remember one patient, Mr. Richard, 72 years old, a former Marine, his physique still strong despite his age. He said to me during his first consultation, Doctor, I can endure this back pain that's tortured me for 5 years, but it kills my confidence. I feel like I'm no longer a man. I sat down, looked straight into his eyes, and said, "Richard, you survived the battlefield. This is just another small battle in your life, and I'm here to fight it with you." I share this story not for you to admire me, but for you to understand that I'm not just a doctor who writes prescriptions. I am someone who has dedicated my entire career to helping American men over 60 live true to their worth and strength. Because I believe that men at any age deserve to look in the mirror with pride and stand beside their partner with dignity. There is a major misconception I see in almost all male patients over 60 years old. They think that their weakening down there is purely due to aging and that nothing can be done about it. Every time I hear this, I think of Mr. John, 67 years old, a former bridge engineer from Dallas. He walked into my clinic with slow steps, tired eyes, and shoulders that seemed weighed down. He said, "Doctor, I guess I have no hope left. At this age, the body just deteriorates. Nothing I can do." I looked at him, smiled gently, and said, "John, you think age is the main cause, but the truth is, it's not. Age accounts for only about 20%. The other 80% lies in your daily habits and the health of your circulatory system, nervous system, and pelvic floor muscles." I explained to him that as we grow older, blood flow to the penis gradually decreases because blood vessels harden and pelvic floor muscles weaken. The nervous system also transmits signals more slowly, and declining testosterone causes overall muscle mass to shrink. But if you know how to train properly, you can completely reverse this process. I've witnessed patients aged 70 or 75 still achieving strong erections like when they were 50. And no, they didn't have to rely on erection pills for life, because pills only provide temporary help, while the root of the problem lies within your body. What I promise all my patients is this: if you are willing to change, willing to exercise and stay consistent for at least 2 weeks, you will see a noticeable difference. In the morning, you will see your little friends salute more often, your urine stream will be stronger and more controlled, and most importantly, you will feel confident, proud, and still truly a man. I don't say these things just to please you. These are results I have witnessed in thousands of American patients over 60 that I've worked with throughout my 30-year career. I want you to understand that anyone can improve their strength and vitality as long as they dare to let go of the mindset of, "I'm old, I just have to accept it." You don't need to become a bodybuilder or train with high intensity. With just 4 simple exercises, 15 to 20 minutes a day, you will transform the entire quality of your life, your emotions, and your marital relationship. That is my promise. As a doctor who has dedicated his entire life to proving that age is just a number, and true male vitality lies in perseverance and determination. You know, after I explain to my patients the real reasons why their little friend weakens with age, the first question they usually ask me is, "Doctor, so what should I do?" And my answer is always very clear. Start by retraining the most important muscles and blood vessels, just like when you train your arms and legs to regain strength. The first exercise I always teach my patients is proper Kegels. Many have heard about Kegels but do them incorrectly, leading to no results. Kegels are not just for women. This exercise strengthens the pelvic floor muscles, the group of muscles responsible for maintaining erections and controlling urination. To do it correctly, sit comfortably on a chair or lie on your back. Take a deep breath, tighten your pelvic floor muscles, as if you're trying to stop your urine flow. Hold for 5 seconds, then relax for 5 seconds. Do this 10 times, rest for 30 seconds, and repeat 3 sets each day. Note, do not tighten your buttocks or abdomen, only focus on the pelvic floor muscles. After 2 weeks, you will feel stronger contractions, longer-lasting erections, and a stronger morning urine stream. The second exercise is the hip bridge. This exercise is not only great for your lower back, but also increases blood circulation in the pelvic area while activating your pelvic floor muscles at the same time. Lie on your back on a yoga mat, bend your knees, place your feet firmly on the floor about 12 to 16 inches from your hips. Place your arms along your sides. Inhale deeply, slowly lift your hips up so your knees, hips, and shoulders form a straight line. Hold for 5 seconds, feeling your glutes and pelvic floor muscles tighten, then slowly lower down. Perform 15 to 20 repetitions, Rest 30 seconds and repeat 3 sets. You will notice your glutes, hamstrings, and pelvic floor muscles become significantly stronger, directly supporting your erections. The third exercise is deep squats or chair squats. I know many older patients fear knee pain when squatting, so I always guide them to start with chair squats. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, feet shoulder width apart, toes slightly turned out. Inhale deeply. Push your hips back and slowly sit down on the chair. Lightly touch your buttocks, then stand back up immediately. Repeat 10 to 15 times for 3 sets, resting 1 minute between sets. If your knees are healthy, you can do deep squats without a chair. Squats help increase natural testosterone, improve blood circulation in the pelvic region, and strengthen your glutes, thighs, and lower back, all of which contribute to maintaining strong erections and overall male vitality. The fourth exercise is the butterfly stretch, groin stretching. Many people don't know that tight groin muscles can obstruct blood flow to the penis. Butterfly stretch helps loosen the inner thigh muscles and improves blood flow in the pelvic area. Sit on a yoga mat, bring the soles of your feet together, hold your ankles with both hands, and keep your back straight. Gently press your knees down towards the floor, feeling the stretch in your groin. Hold for 30 to 60 seconds, breathing steadily. Do this 2 to 3 times a day, especially before bed or after doing hip bridges and squats to enhance effectiveness. I have witnessed the transformative power of these exercises. Take Mr. Robert, 70 years old, a former long-haul truck driver from Kansas. When he came to see me, he had almost lost hope because, after 2 years of using erectile pills, their effectiveness was fading. I taught him these 4 exercises properly. 3 weeks later, he returned for a follow-up, laughing loudly and said, "Doctor, I haven't taken any pills for 5 days and I'm still hard as a rock. My wife says I'm like the man she married 45 years ago." I share Robert's story so you understand that age is not the end. Never believe that because you're 60 or 70, you cannot change. You can, as long as you stay persistent. You don't need to go to the gym for 2 hours a day or lift heavy weights. You only need 20 minutes, a yoga mat, a sturdy chair, and most importantly, faith and determination. Tomorrow when you wake up, try the Kegel exercise first. While having your morning coffee, do hip bridges. Before dinner, perform chair squats. And before bed, relax with butterfly stretches. After 2 weeks, you will feel a noticeable difference. And after a month, you will understand why I always tell my patients, age is just a number. Your true male vitality lies in your willpower and daily actions. Throughout the many years I've guided my patients to do these exercises, I've noticed there are certain mistakes that repeat over and over again. If you don't recognize and correct them, your results will never be as expected. The first mistake is performing Kegels using the wrong muscle group. Many male patients think tightening their buttocks or abdomen is Kegel, but that's not true. Kegels are about contracting the pelvic floor muscles, the muscles you use to stop your urine midstream. If you're tightening your glutes, you're only working your glute muscles. If you're tightening your abdomen, you're only increasing abdominal pressure, which does nothing for the pelvic floor. The second mistake is doing the exercises too quickly and not maintaining steady breathing. I once had a patient, Mr. Peter, 66 years old, a car salesman in Arizona. In his first week of doing Kegels, he was contracting continuously like he was lifting weights, breathing rapidly, with his face turning red. I had to explain to him that Kegels are not strength-building exercises, but rather exercises to control and increase the endurance of the pelvic floor muscles. Inhale when relaxing, exhale when contracting, and keep your breathing steady. This will prevent quick fatigue and multiply your effectiveness. The third mistake is quitting after a few days because there are no immediate results. I understand. We men tend to be impatient. I myself was that way when doing knee rehabilitation exercises after my tennis injury at age 45. But the body needs time to change. Just like a seed needs a few days to sprout above the ground, your pelvic floor, circulatory system, and nervous system also need at least 2 to 3 weeks to adapt and develop. Patients who consistently train for at least 2 weeks always notice clear changes, from stronger morning erections to greater confidence during intimacy with their wives. The fourth mistake is skipping the groin stretching exercise. The butterfly stretch. Many think stretching is only for women or yoga practitioners, but in reality, stretching your groin muscles increases blood flow in the pelvic region and reduces compression of the blood vessels leading to the penis. I always remind my patients, treat stretching as the most important cool-down step after each training session. And the final mistake is lacking faith and motivation. I've met men who are strong and successful in society, yet when facing sexual health issues, they give up easily. I understand that pain, but remember the difference between those who succeed and those who fail doesn't lie in luck. It lies in whether they have enough determination to maintain the right habits every day. If you persist, I promise you will see your male vitality return, strong and steady, just like when you were in your 40s or 50s. My dear friend, if you've listened this far, I believe you're not someone who gives up easily. Only men who are truly strong and deeply desire change are willing to sit and listen to all these insights. I want you to be proud of that. Many of my patients, when they first started these exercises, didn't believe that such simple movements could change their lives. But after just 2 to 3 weeks, they returned with radiant smiles. They didn't just see their little friend become firmer and stronger, they felt their lives had more purpose, and they felt more confident each morning as they got out of bed. You could be the next. I'm not promising a miracle that happens overnight. I never lie to my patients. But I do promise that if you persist every day, just 15 to 20 minutes, you will feel a clear difference. Your body will become healthier, your blood circulation will improve, your nervous system will become sharper, and most importantly, your male vitality will be awakened once more. Remember, you're not only training for yourself, you're training for the wife who has stood by your side for decades. You're training for your family, for your children and grandchildren, so they can always be proud of having a strong, healthy, joyful, and independent father and grandfather. And above all, you're training for yourself. A man who has sacrificed his entire life for others and now deserves to live a confident, happy, and fulfilling life. If you find these exercises helpful, please share this video with your friends, your old comrades, and other men your age who are silently suffering from this shame. I believe they also need this knowledge to change their lives. Don't forget to hit subscribe and follow my channel because I will continue to share many exercises, dietary tips, and healthcare secrets specifically for American men over 60. I want you to always be the first to receive this information because I believe you deserve to live the best life possible. I am Dr. Authority, and my mission is to help men like you reclaim the strength, confidence, and happiness that you truly deserve. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next videos. Always remember, age is just a number, and true vitality lies in your daily determination.